So I wanted to take some time to respond to a question asked me by Twin Valley Math regarding my first look videos on Microsoft's Smart Glass app for mobile devices and Valve's big screen mode for Steam. And it reads, does this browser work better on a big screen compared to Steam's newer controller-based browser? A straightforward question should have a straightforward short answer, and right now that answer is yes. I think Microsoft has a lead. However, I think it would be interesting and valid to dive into the similarities and differences in the way that both companies have approached the living room. I mean, there's no doubt that they're competing for that space, right? So let's talk about that. So we'll start with Valve. Big Screen Mode was introduced back in December of 2011 by VP of Marketing Doug Lombardi. He made it known right from the beginning that Valve was aiming to invade the living room and broaden its base of gamers that they could reach. I think they really wanted to bite into that console market. The mechanics are there. The UI is headed in the right direction, but they still have a few hiccups when it comes to integrating a system where every single game, if it wants, can exclude the mouse and keyboard, opting for the more living room centristic controller. I mean, a lot of games have that support right now, but history shows us that full, complete backwards compatibility will always be a necessity to keep the confidence of any fan base. Look what it did to Sony and Microsoft. I still think Valve's on the right track though, and they're giving their customers, again, another way to interact with their products. Next, let's move on to Microsoft. There are a lot of reasons to get excited about this approach that Microsoft is taking to the living room space. First, let's look at Xbox. Arguably the most rounded console this generation, it packs powerful hardware, smart development tools, and most of all, Xbox Live. And if you can remember, back in May 17, 2007, Bill Gates introduced us to that vision, that complete vision for the living room, when he demoed the Surface Tech for one of his last keynote speeches before stepping down from his normal duties at Microsoft. The best part is, 5 years later, the software giant hasn't shifted its focus for the future. Even with Windows Phone having a shaky start, Windows 8 having a lot of developers coming out of the woodwork, most notably Valve's co-founder Gabe Newell, saying that the Windows Store will adversely change the way developers and publishers interact with their customers. And also, the fact that until this year, Microsoft has had no consumer-based tablet to speak of in the market, dominated by Apple iOS and Google Android. But I still think that Microsoft has positioned itself to compete, and the Smart Glass is going to give them that chance. The fact that the tech works on non-proprietary hardware goes a long way to steer the company away from that banner that's hung over their head of monopoly, monopoly. And by the way, Nintendo wears that crown now. Wii U? Really? Okay, let's play another Mario game on another iteration of weak tech, on a proprietary tablet controller that's too expensive to replace or add to a system. Okay, Nintendo, I love you, but come on. I digress. Anyway, I think that Microsoft sees the writing on the wall, and with the rise of Apple OS and Linux-based systems, they know if they don't innovate, they're going to get lost in the sea of faces, and they're going to lose their dominance real quick. So again, to answer that question, yes, I think Microsoft has the edge right now, but to be fair to Valve, Big Screen Mode is still in beta and is destined to get better. And to see both companies take the lead to evolve the living room is exciting, and I think there's going to be more touch-based interactions for every gamer's future. Hopefully not the kind that finds you lying in a pool of your own blood because some dude with a gamer tag you can't say in front of mixed company is upset that you just shot him and his buddy's face off with a Spartan laser to get the final frags in a big team battle match and is looking for some touch-based revenge. Well, I hope this answered your question, or at least entertained you.